Hey guys, I am going to be testing out earn by time and earn per order. Now I have done a video on each of these already, and surprisingly it turned out well for both of them. I actually earned an average of $20+ an hour, which I was surprised by. What I'm going to do in this video is I am going to start with earn per order, and typically I can get 2 orders done within an hour, occasionally 3 if the miles are super low, but we're gonna see what I get in the first hour for this. It is 5 o'clock. It is around dinner time, my favorite time to deliver. Usually the wheels are moving. And then the second hour, I'm gonna do earn by time, compare the two. We're gonna see how this goes. And like I said before, when I tested this out individually in 2 separate videos, things went well, surprisingly. So I'm gonna take you guys along and compare these two side by side, and we're gonna see how the evening goes. I'm gonna start with earn per order, and we're gonna get these wheels to move, and I'm gonna turn on DoorDash and see what the first order brings. All right, turn on the app, got my first order right away. It was Little Caesars, $7.75 for 6.5 miles. That was a no for me. The miles are just too high, so I declined that. And then it was quiet for a while, and then Little Caesars must love me. I always tend to get Little Caesar orders on DoorDash. Got an order for $12.50. It is 2 pickups. The total miles is 6.5 miles. The item count is about 10. We are heading to Little Caesars. Again, as I mentioned before, you gotta watch out for Little Caesars. At least for me, items have been missed several times, so I gotta make sure that I got everything. We're heading over there. Hopefully everything's ready, and we can get these wheels to moving and see how this night's gonna go.
It should be Devon. They bring you up for
Enjoy your pizza. What are you? Oh my goodness. Squeeze behind you, excuse me. Got to the orders. It took me a minute because it was a bigger order, and like I said, Little Caesars, at least for me, is known for forgetting items. So, you know, I'm pulling them out of the portal one at a time, trying to find somewhere to sit them. I did bring one of my bags in because one of them was like a bigger order, and, you know, making sure the items are there. So my other order was missing the sauce, but my first order I pulled out had 2, you know, I guess it's crazy bread sauce, had 2 of the sauces, so I'm assuming it went with the other one. But yeah, it took me a minute just to go through, make sure I have everything, pull them out, and on top of that, pulling them out of the portal, they were like stacked on top. So I'm pulling the pizza out, and the sauce and the bread's falling off. I'm like, oh my gosh, and it's busy in there. Little Caesars gets busy at night, and sometimes, you know, the order's not ready. So I am thankful that both orders were ready. I am ready to go get these dropped off, get these wheels back to moving. You know, sometimes you just feel like you're in the restaurant too long. You want to go in, pick up, load your car. But yeah, they're a little bit bigger orders, and I'm pulling them out of the portals and want to make sure I have everything. So we're going to get this dropped off. First customer, 4 minutes, 1.1 miles. First order's dropped off, house super easy to find. I'm setting the order down on the table because there's a table, you know, close to their door, and a big old water drop from their house like fell on my face. Yeah, I'm like having to like try to clean myself off. We're all good though. It's not raining. There must, I don't know what their gutter's leaking. I don't know. DoorDash's base pay for this order was $3.75. Customer tipped $3, making the grand total $6.75. $1.25. So now we have to go and drop off the second order, which is an apartment, but the GPS has been really good, taking me right to the right building. They are 6 minutes, 2.1 miles. This one is the bigger order. We are on our way. Orders dropped off. GPS took me right to the building, which I love when it does that. It always makes it easy. Plus, I've dropped off at that apartment complex many times. It always helps when you're familiar with a complex. So the verdict is, for this order, base pay was $3.75. Customer tipped $2, making the grand total $5.75. One thing that I forgot to mention that both of the orders stated for Little Caesars, it says high pay order. Your high acceptance rate and customer rating gave you priority for the order. Before I get to the grand total, it took me 50 minutes to complete both of these orders. Like I said, I felt like I was in Little Caesars way too long, and it's looking like I was in there too long. So the grand total for completing both of these orders was $12.50, which is not good at all. For an hour, $12.50, not good at all. I like to average around $25 or more, give or take. Some days are going to be better, some days a little less, but not good for an hour. Now, like I've mentioned before, we drive our own vehicles. We have wear and tear on our vehicles. We have maintenance, gas, insurance. The list goes on that comes out of our pocket. When we are out here driving, we need to make sure that it is worth our time, that we're profitable, not breaking even or ending up negative. One other thing you need to make sure that you are doing when you're coming out here is making sure you are tracking your miles. This is a tax deduction. You want to make sure you are maximizing your earnings when you're out here. There's an app called Solo that will track your miles. Plus, they'll help you estimate your taxes, get you ready for tax season. Certain markets, they have guaranteed pay. There's a lot of different features in there. You can check it out. The link will be down in the description. There is also a risk-free free trial that you can check it out, see if it's something that meets your needs. And of course, if you use my link, there is a sign-up bonus for you. But again, check it out. Make sure you are tracking your miles. There is also a monthly subscription fee for it. However, if you do decide to use the app, you can write off the subscription fee because you are using it for business use. Regardless, make sure you are tracking your miles. You want to maximize your earnings when you come out here. So now I'm going to go ahead and give the earn by time a try for an hour. I'm going to do 2 orders and compare. Again, some nights are going to be better than others. Now, one thing that I did notice, earn by time. So I'm going to earn $14.75 an hour, and it says plus 100% of customer tips from the time you accept an order to when you drop it off. Now, one thing that I noticed, it says if you decline 2 orders in 1 hour, your dash will end. Now, before, when I did this, it gave me 1 order to decline within the hour. So I do like that it's given me 2 orders to decline. As you guys know, I am very picky, but the thing that I only have to look at is the mileage because the pay doesn't show. Last time I did a video on this, it went pretty well. I'm curious on how this is gonna go tonight. So let's go ahead and get DoorDash turned back on, and I'm gonna do the earn by time and see how this goes. Just got my first earn by time order for Chick-fil-A. 1.5 miles, and Chick-fil-A is usually pretty good. I am in the vicinity right across the way, so it should be a quick pickup and drop off. As long as the order is ready, we're heading there now. Renee. Got to the order was sitting on the shelf, thank goodness, because Chick-fil-A, as many of you guys know, is always packed. It is loaded inside. The parking lot is full. So thankfully the order was ready. Customers 4 minutes, 1.1 miles. They are in an apartment, so we are on our way. Orders dropped off, quick, easy, straight to the point drop off. GPS took me right to the building. I love that because this is one of the bigger, more complicated apartments. Just absolutely love it. You know, back in the day, you'd have to stop or look for the map to try to navigate your way through. It would take a lot longer to deliver to an apartment. So I absolutely love that the GPS takes you right to it. I can't stop talking about it. So the verdict is for this order, DoorDash's base pay was $4.30. Customer tipped $4, making the grand total $8.30, which is not bad at all for 1.5 miles. So I'm curious to see what the second order brings and what my average hourly rate will be. I'm gonna get out of this apartment complex and I'll let you guys know once I get another order. All right, guys, I was getting really concerned. Nothing was coming in. I'm driving down the road, nothing. I'm like, what is going on? Finally, an order came in, but it was no good. I declined it. It was for BJ's restaurant, 10.5 miles. Those miles are way too high, way too risky for me, because to meet the pay hourly guarantee, the order would have to be $6.45 or higher. So I'm driving some more and finally something rang in with a lot better miles, 3.3 miles. We are heading there now. Hi, how's it going? Picking up for Dylan T.
Yeah, under
DoorDash.
construction.
Huh?
Under construction.
It's cooking still?
The order is under construction.
His accent is still, he's saying it's under construction.
Construction?
Maybe.
We're building the order.
Oh, you're building?
Me, I'd say the glasses you wear, beautiful. I have the same glasses, but
Do
they're
you?
wrong. Yes.
Okay, very nice.
How are you?
I keep telling him he needs a haircut.
Huh?
He needs a haircut.
A haircut.
Do I need a haircut?
Hey, some people like it long. Nothing
Yes,
wrong
I
with
love it
that.
mine as well. The thing is, when I keep telling him when I can afford to have it cut, I will cut it.
You cut it yourself?
Exactly.
You
Yes.
got YouTube.
Yes.
You got, yeah. Okay, a few minutes then. Okay. Yes. Perfect. And the drinks in there?
Yes, inside.
Perfect. Thank you. You too. All right, guys. Order was not ready when I went in there. I had to sit down probably 5 minutes. It wasn't horrible. There wasn't a lot of items, but something got burnt, and I'm thinking to myself, was it my order that was burnt? Because it's not a whole lot of items. Anyways, I finally got the food. We are on our way. Customer is I don't even have my maps open. It is an apartment though. It's loading now. I'm not with it now. I got thrown off. You know, well, I guess I haven't really been on a roll because it took me a minute to get this order, but you know, I was ready to get the order and get to going. Customer is 7 minutes, 2.4 miles. We are on our way. We're gonna go get this dropped off and see what the hourly average ends up being. Orders dropped off, and I relied strictly on the GPS taking me to the building because it is dark. It is one of those bigger apartment complexes. I couldn't see any indication of what building I was at, so I followed the drop pin right on the building and used my flashlight on the building, and sure enough, it was the right building. The apartment was right there. It worked out perfect. Now, the customer did leave some notes of their vehicle. It'll be parked out front, but the vehicle they listed was nowhere to be seen, so it must be just a note that they've left in there. But thankfully, the GPS was right on. Comes in big time when looking for an apartment, especially at night at one of the bigger apartment complexes. So the grand total for this order, well, let's start with the base pay. Base pay was $5.70. Customer tipped $5.50, making the grand total $11.20. Not a bad order at all. Worked out perfect, except I did have to wait a little bit for the order, but not very long. Like I said, probably around 5 minutes. So for both orders, it took me about 56 minutes to complete both orders for the earn by time. Grand total was $19.50. Not too bad considering it was kind of dead for a minute and I was getting real concerned no orders were coming in. Compared to the high paying orders, my hourly average was $12.50. Now granted, I did accept 2 orders from Little Caesars. Little Caesars can be kind of iffy for me. Now I could have declined that order and gotten a worse order. You just don't know. Some days are better than other days. Let me know your guys' thoughts. Would you guys choose one over the other? Now with the high paying orders, you gotta have a high customer rating, keep your acceptance rate up there. And with the earn by time, you're kind of flying blindly. The only thing you see is the miles. You do have your guaranteed minimum hourly rate. Now I will say, so far I have been making more than the stated hourly rate. So far it's actually been working out. So tonight the earn by time actually worked out way better for me rather than the high paying orders. Let me know your thoughts. Some areas might do better with the earn by time. Some areas might do better with the high paying orders. So let me know your guys' thoughts. I hope you guys enjoyed riding along with me. If you did, please give the video a like. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. Ring the bell so you don't miss out on any future videos. And I will be seeing you guys on the next one. Bye, guys.